Hello, everybody. Welcome to Silent Podcast, the place where everything but silent. I'm your host, Isaiah. Wait a minute. And we're here finally, after a very long hiatus with the I Want to Be Famous podcast. Listen, the amount of comments, messages, tweets that we've gotten. Where's the next episode of this podcast? Listen, we're finally here, so you guys don't need to hate us anymore. But I'm back with the magnificent, amazing, and my favorite co-host, Sabrina. Sabrina, what's going on?
Hi. Yes, it has been a minute. If y'all didn't know, we did an Are You the One podcast, and that, was a lot for me. Not in a bad way, but and there's so much TV on right now. I just watching everything that's on right now. And so didn't really get into watching Total Drama for a little while. But I am happy to be talking about this because we are excited for the new season coming out, which we'll be talking about soon. So I'm ready to get into this season. It was a good one.
For sure. And for anybody, I'm just answering this now. So if you haven't been here before, I've watched every season, including the new one. I just binged it this morning. I've seen every season of Total Drama. So every time we do these, Sabrina's never watched them before, so it's cool to see her answers and perspectives. So we are going to review the newest season. I just watched it. There's no ties to the OG. So what we're going to do is after this, Sabrina is going to watch the newest season as well. And we're going to come together, and for the first time we get to be on the same page and talk about it together. So she's going to skip ahead to Total Drama 2023, and then we can go back and watch Revenge of the Island, All Stars, all that cool stuff, so
yes.
But as far as today, we can talk about World Tour. So Sabrina, it's been a long time coming. I know you've been doing your homework. Now that you finally watched it, how do you feel about Total Drama World Tour?
I honestly, overall, I really liked it because it had pretty much all my favorite characters on it for the most part. There wasn't really anybody I was missing compared to last season. And I feel like this season was it had much more much more to it because they're going all these different places, which is a ton of different just settings and challenges and types of things, and it just kept it really interesting. The only thing I didn't like was the musicals. I'm not a musical fan, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't get with the songs. That was so weird to me. I thought it'd be one episode, and it just kept going. I was like, wait a minute, this is a theme. And then looking in, going on to Wikipedia and stuff afterward, realizing that it used to be called Total Drama Island the Musical. I was like, oh, well, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, so let's go back. So originally when this was pitched, this was right after Action, and we're getting previews on Cartoon Networks, and it's actually pitched to us in the previews as Total Drama the Musical. So everyone thinks it's a musical, and then it comes out and it's called World Tour, and we're like, what the hell? So they changed it to World Tour, but they kept the music aspect. Listen, I'm gonna have to disagree with you because there's some bops in this season. Okay, we got Come Fly With Us. Listen, I have a tier list for the songs, but I'm not going to make you rank them because I know you don't like them. They will all be F for you. But Come Fly With Us is in this thing. Boyfriend Kisser. We Built Gwen's Face. Come on now. There's some bops in here. Okay, so what was it about the song that just did not mesh with you?
It just didn't feel like it was placed properly. I don't know. They all felt so random. They just wanted to make this a little fun part of the show, but it just didn't really go with it. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel like it made sense with the show. I don't know.
Okay. So before we get into the cast and everything, because I know you like Amazing Race. Obviously, one day we'll have to watch the Redonkulous Race together. But how did you really enjoy not being on the same island the entire show and seeing different places?
Honestly, I love that part of it. That's probably one of the reasons why I like this season so much, because it was just so different all the time. You're never really bored. You're, like I said, different places, not even just the island or the studio set too. They were in the same set, just changing the different challenges and stuff. But here they're actually going to different places. And I don't know, I just really like that a lot. It was super different and it was cool.
Okay. Now, how did you feel? You know what? I want to save that one. But the last safe question I'll ask is Chris and Chef. I feel like Chris specifically is getting very kind of unhinged starting around this time,
Yes,
with some of these
yes.
challenges. How do you feel about Chris this time around?
Oh my god, like, I feel like it just gets worse and worse. Like, it just in general. Like, I feel like it was kind of innocent, like, that first season, and then it kind of started like, it was still pretty bad last season, but, like, it wasn't as bad as it was in this current season, because I feel like things got just so dangerous, like, for no reason. Like, I don't understand, like, why it had to come to that level, and I feel like Chef didn't really get as much of a spotlight as he did last 2 seasons, so I was kinda disappointed about that, because I love him, he's, like, one of my favorite characters, and all I feel like the whole season was him just like being upset with Chris about like not getting paid and stuff and like just having to do all his dirty work. And yeah, it was just wasn't as fun.
Okay. So I was just pulling up the photos for this part. So this is your first season with some newer faces. So before we
Mhm.
get to the OG cast, I wanted to ask you about these three. So you get three newbies in the middle of the season. So I don't know if you remember her too much. She wasn't here too long, but the first one we have here, if I can get it up, is Blanley. Do you remember this
Yes.
one?
Yeah. So she was the host. Was it the aftermath or no?
Celebrity Manhunt in the Aftermath. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I liked her one-liners that she had. Like I felt like she was like sassy, but like it was kind of funny to me, and she was just like didn't give a shit. And I love how when she was like leaving the show, how she just started like just calling everybody out like on their shit. That was great. Yeah, but other than that, I'm just like, nah, I mean, she was there.
Yeah, she listen, for me, I've always had a bias for Blaney. She gives us nothing.
Right.
But I blame horrific is my name. Listen, but blame horrific. Listen, that song's fire, okay? So
Also,
uh
what kind of name is Blanley? I'm sorry.
Blaine,
Like,
listen, she's the only adult to ever play
yes.
Total Drama. Total Drama Redonkulous Race does not count because it's not official. It's not the vote out show.
Mm.
So Blaney is the only adult to ever play this show.
How old
But
is she supposed to be?
that's a good question. Let's get a fact check.
Yeah,
Age.
I'd like to know.
Blaney, according to her wiki, is 29 years old.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
a fun little fact. But okay. So next character I want to ask you about is Sierra.
Oh my god.
How do you feel about Sierra this season?
Okay, Sierra was not what I thought she was gonna be. Well, maybe half of it. Because like at first I was like, okay, she's like this super fan, like she's gonna know everything, she's gonna like know how to like strategize and like win this game. But then like the whole time she's obsessed with Cody, I just didn't that came out of left field for me. I had no clue that's the way it was going. So that I don't know, it was just kind of I get the character, like I understand like that it's supposed to be like Cody's obsessed with Gwen, but then Sierra's obsessed with Cody, and it's supposed to be like the whole dynamic. I get that, but I don't know. She was doing the most, like all season.
I agree. She does do the most. Did you find her annoying, or was she one of Sabrina's faves?
I didn't mind her because I kind of like I knew after like episode 1, like you knew what to expect from her, so I couldn't be
Okay.
too annoyed with her because you kind of like know what was coming. But I really wish she would have used more of like her super fan status to like do a little better, like and focus more on the game than on Cody.
Yeah.
And that's the only part that I was annoyed by because I was expecting her to be like a different way in the game.
If you had to grant her all-star stash, and that, would you give her that?
Um, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Like, I could see her doing it like if Cody wasn't on the same season because I kind of want to see
Okay.
what she would do if he wasn't there. Like, if she'd have
Hmm.
like a totally different mindset, then yeah,
Yes.
just for that
Okay.
reason.
Shout to Zuda. We're back. Yes, we're back.
We're back.
Okay. I was gonna ask you who you think is an all-star stuff. I think I'm gonna wait until after we watch Revenge of the Island
Okay.
because the All-Star is full of characters from there and from this, so I'll wait.
Okay.
And then we'll get your prediction and see if it's correct.
Yes, that sounds
I can probably ask about the OG characters, but
good. Okay.
we'll wait. But all right. And lastly, out of our new people, we have Alejandro. How do you feel about Al?
Okay, so I thought he was a great character, and like I think he was much needed because I feel like our Sierra wasn't really much of an impact to the game like he was, because like obviously she was just focused on Cody and whatnot. But I mean, he was like there to play and like there to win. So like I respected that totally. But it was interesting to see him kind of like slowly become the villain, because at first you're like, oh, it's just this guy who's just like flirty and whatever. But then you kind of realize like, okay, no, he's doing it for like distraction and like getting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
one up on people. And like, so I don't know. I liked him as a character. I really did.
Okay. I think he's what Justin was supposed to be, but done right.
Yes, 100%. He was totally like a better version of Justin.
Yeah, Justin was very like, ugh, okay,
Yeah.
like I was like, come on
Mhm.
now. But now I'm looking forward to talking about Alejandro. So
Yeah.
okay, so I just want to get your idea on that. So we could talk about the whole cast.
Okay.
So we could start off this conversation. We could talk about people's games blatantly. We can kind of skip, but we can start with so we can start with Ezekiel. So Ezekiel, let's talk about his
Ugh.
past. So
Oh
Ezekiel
my
here,
god.
what the hell? Like, what were you expecting Ezekiel to be this character? He comes back for the first time in seasons, and now he's kind of like this monstrous character. Obviously Chris cast him, and then he changes his mind immediately because he gets annoyed by him. How you feel about Ezekiel?
Literally so fucking weird. The whole like Ezekiel thing. Like seeing him like immediately be kicked off at first, I was like, okay, well that's the bit. Okay, he's gone. Like bye. But then like him coming back and like basically like Smeagol, like, and then like when at the end when he falls in the volcano, it's literally that. Like it's a Lord of the Rings parody, like legitimately. And I don't know. I thought it was so weird. I don't know. I don't know what the decision was there.
Yeah, Zeke has become a staple in total drama, and it's not for his gameplay. From here on out, for the rest of his existence in the show, he's just this monstrous character. And yeah, he's full beast now. Like I remember when these were airing on the Cartoon Network channel, and you're just like, where's he at? You see these silhouettes in the background. You only
Yeah,
see him in the shadows. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Because you know he's on
right?
a plane.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
'cause he
like,
hit. Yeah. Huh.
yeah, and it was just crazy to watch this. I was just always curious, like, I wonder how Sabrina's gonna feel about this. Like I thought it
Yeah.
was weird.
I feel like, and it took a while too, because when at that first episode, when you see him like hanging off the plane or whatever, like you know he's gonna climb back up because he didn't fall. But like, yeah, it took a long time to get to the point of where we're like, oh yeah, he's there.
Okay. So next we have our first evictee, Bridget.
Poor Bridget.
Bridget finally gets to play the game for the third time, this time without Jeff.
Mhm.
Wow, Bridget, such a downfall. Like first season, she did really good.
Mhm.
Obviously, second season, early boot. This season too,
Mhm.
like she falls. She's the first victim of the Alejandro trap.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard the song, Alejandro's song. I left Bridget stuck to a pole, robbed Lashana of her fabulous soul, even
Oh
made Courtney lose control. Bridget is the first one.
yeah.
How do you feel about Bridget?
Yikes. Yeah, like seeing her come on this season, I was happy to see her without Jeff because she needed like a return from the first season. And I was rooting for her. But then nope, she's still just boy crazy in general. And literally the whole entire time is like, oh, I like him, but I have a boyfriend. But I have a boyfriend. And then literally like tries to kiss him. Like, girl, no. So honestly, if she, I don't know, I feel like she just led her to her own downfall. Like she just totally let herself take over with trying to like get with Alejandro. So she's gotta go.
Yeah, and I think she was a fan favorite for a while, but like I
Yeah.
don't ever need to see her play again.
Same. I'm
Unfortunately,
over it. Yeah,
yeah,
she's done for me.
she's done. So we have season one in fan favorite to a degree, Owen coming back as well.
Mhm.
Um, is Owen? Does he still have the same magic he had from his first two times?
No. No,
What's
unfortunately.
your opinion on Owen?
I'm so tired of the same jokes being over and over again, like the same fart jokes over and over again with Owen. And at this point, like he's just placing worse and worse. And especially with this time around, of course, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of over it. It's just the same thing all the time.
Okay. So we talked about Sierra
Mhm.
already. So we have Duncan, where because you messaged me, you're like, "Dang, Duncan eliminated
Yeah, I know.
early." I was like, "What episode are you on?" Because I forgot he got eliminated, but obviously it wasn't the
Yes,
last two on.
yes.
Uh, so What's your opinions on Duncan? Because he has quite a season this time.
Right? So so whenever he first gets eliminated because he doesn't want to sing, I was watching like the at each of like the songs, like who was and wasn't singing, and there are people who don't sing that don't get eliminated.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a weird storyline to like kick like Duncan off immediately for not singing, and like they just let it happen the rest of the season. But I don't know what is up with these writers' brains about like how they go through that whole like, okay, Duncan's getting kicked off first, and then he's gonna be found like 3/4 of the way through the season during a challenge, and then get back on the planet. I'm just like, what? Like, it's just so wild. Like I don't know, they're just bored in the writing room. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And so we're gonna have 3 segments of this conversation, obviously, because there's 3 parts to this love triangle. But Duncan's participation in the Courtney Gwen Duncan love triangle. I mean, how do you feel about it? Is he
Oh
is
my
he at
god.
fault? Should he feel bad? Is he the villain? Is he in the wrong? Is he in the right? How do you feel about it?
I feel like, I mean, both him and Gwen are in the wrong because they both, I mean, Duncan's literally still with Courtney, and Gwen knows that, but yet they decided to kiss anyways. And I know they have feelings for each other, and that was already starting, but like Duncan should have just broke up with Courtney. Like, sorry, like that should have happened in the first place. So that part for me was not great because I was like, shit, because I like Courtney. I also like Gwen. So like these two girls, like I really do enjoy watching. So like, but I think that they were both in the wrong, honestly. They should have figured it out.
Yeah, and this is a continuous storyline of future events too. But yeah, like so Courtney's Gwen's excuses, and we'll get to her soon, but him and Courtney were technically like split, but
But
come
still,
on, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
it was
Like yeah, it just wasn't quite. It wasn't like a full like breakup.
right. Okay, so how about Courtney, General Courtney, your hotness or whatever she called herself? How do you feel? I said Courtney, Lindsay. How do you feel about Lindsay?
Lindsay is Lindsay. I like it's she's literally does not change. I thought it was very interesting how she like remembered Tyler like a couple episodes in out of nowhere. Like there was
Yeah.
no like major event to happen to her to be like, oh my god, I see the light. Like she literally just like looked at him and was like, oh, I remember you. And it's like, what? Like what the fuck? Like I don't understand that.
She gets eliminated in Paris, right?
I think so.
I like the song. She was like, "We, my friends." Like, I love that song. But
Yeah,
oh
she
man,
like I always want her to do better than I know she's going to do
yeah.
every time. Because like I like her as a character. She's just funny and like she's just she likes what she likes and she just like goes with it. And like nobody like really faults her for it. Like they kind of know her by now, so they're just like, meh, that's just her, whatever.
Yeah, she's just dumb.
Yeah, like it's fine.
Oh man. Okay. So how about DJ?
Oh my god, poor DJ. Like this poor kid. Oh, like as soon as he gets that curse, like oh, until he leaves, literally just like killing animals left and right. And oh my god! And I love how he's like trying to get eliminated so bad. He's like, I miss my mom, and then he just like keeps staying in. I was like, oh no, DJ, it's okay.
Missed his mama.
Oh,
Oh man.
so
Um,
ridiculous. I just that storyline was actually kind of funny to me. I liked it.
we're gonna skip the obvious winner. We'll come back to her.
Yeah.
Harold. Is this one of Harold's weaker seasons?
Oh, totally. Like there was really not a whole lot going on for him. Like he still
Yeah,
kind of had his whole thing with Lashana, but like it wasn't like a major plot line.
it's one
And
sided.
totally. And then even then, like he was booty kind of early, so he didn't really get a chance to like do his normal like I'm great at challenges thing. Like he was just kind of like in and out.
Yeah, I think out of the few times we see Harold, because I believe we see him 3 times. I think this is the last time we've seen Harold play.
Okay,
I think action in Island he completely kills it, but this is definitely his weakest showing
for
of
sure.
all of them. There's not much you can do there. Um, okay, so next we can go to I don't know what that is. All right, Noah's in the season.
Woo.
Not a
I
Noah
don't really.
fan.
I literally don't care about him. I'm sorry. Like he just always like making snotty remarks, and I'm like, okay, like
I'm gonna let you know something wild.
yeah.
Noah has a cult like fan base, and I'll never understand it
What for? What?
for being boring and shady. I guess I don't know, but I'll never understand. There is a ride or die Noah stand
Dude,
base out there. It's
what the
crazy.
hell?
Now I will say his best showing is actually not on the main season. It's on the redonkulous race. He does well.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, he's never been a total drama fan. I've never been a total drama fan of him.
Mm-mm.
I'll never understand the hype. Um, my God, my
Yeah,
else looking up.
like being shady isn't like a great personality trait on its own, you
Yeah,
know? And like that's why like I don't like characters like that. It's just like they're trying to be like funny, but like they're actually just like totally like off, like
yeah.
rude. I don't know. I don't vibe with that.
So we could talk about the second part of the show, the love triangle, Courtney.
Poor Courtney.
Um, how do you feel about Courtney? Are you team Courtney? Do you empathize for her? Because obviously in action, kind of loses her marbles a little bit, starts
Yeah.
throwing around lawsuit threats, and she like Island, she's like chill, and now this Island, she's thrill, But
Yeah.
do you think that she was done wrong? What's up, Tim?
I feel like ever since the first season, she's just been jaded by like the game, and I think it's just shown every time she's played. And I don't know, like I kind of feel bad for her because like she was on a path to like close to winning that first season. So like I she probably just feels that, and she's probably like, well, shit, like I can win this, but like I keep getting stopped by like stupid shit. I.e., like Duncan kissing Gwen and all this stuff, and then like her getting eliminated by like a budget cut, which is such bullshit. So like they keep eliminating those people, like the people that we like, from like stupid reasons. Like they have like no reason otherwise to get them out. So it's like, oh, writers would throw in a budget cut or just like a fake vote or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I think Courtney is one of those characters that started out as a hero
Yeah.
and slowly but surely turned to a villainous character.
Mhm.
And I think Courtney does villainous things based off of retaliation. I think
Yeah.
people poke the bear,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and I think she really loses her marbles this time around. And obviously, it doesn't help that she gets involved with Al as like a rebound, and Alejandro completely plays her. Like
Mhm.
it's definitely done dirty this season. But I've always will be a Courtney fan, and that will never change.
No, same.
Um,
I like her a
yeah,
lot.
she's a fun villain. Like she's in the wrong a lot, but like I think it's funny. She's very mean and crazy, but I love it. So
Yeah, that's kind of why I like her too, because like she's not just mean just to be mean. Like
yeah.
she's mean because somebody like did something awful to her. So like she's just like you said, retaliating, which like, you know what? We're human and characters on the show are portrayed to be human. So like I get it.
Courtney, you listen, Judah made a great comment in chat. Courtney recognized game. She said, if Harold can rig me out, I can cheat too. Hey,
So true.
that's true.
So
That's true.
true.
That's
Period.
very true.
Mhm.
Okay, so we can go to Tyler. Tyler's in the season. Yeah.
Which Lindsay doesn't know. Seriously. Oh my god. Yeah, he's just another one of those characters that are just filler to me. Like I don't hate him, but like I'm just like,
He's
he's
given
literally
enough
there
now.
just for Lindsay, and Lindsay doesn't even see him until like the episode he goes home, basically.
Now he does catch Gwen and Duncan cheating and tries to keep it a secret. I think that was his big thing as well. But Tyler's just Tyler. Like he's also always been a plot device for Lindsay, to be honest.
Totally.
But
Yep.
he has funny moments because he's such a klutz. I will say that.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
just like him. Like he is funny, but like, yeah, he's up to like a certain point. Like he doesn't need to go any further. Like,
I like the Grease challenge where he's trying to fly with the feathers or whatever. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
what are you doing?
Um, okay, so Lashana, I know you like Lashana.
Oh, robbed
Third
again.
L.
Oh, this poor girl. Hold on, I can't remember. I know she left by like a stupid reason, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember either. Or you want me to pull it up?
Yes.
Oh, real quick.
I remember texting you saying she's out again for no reason. I can't remember what the reason was.
I'll check it out real quick. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Here.
Lashana, unless someone in the chat want to say it real quick. Lashana though robbed 3 times to me. Well, robbed one time for
Yes.
sure. Like Island, she
Yes.
was robbed.
Yes.
The other times, okay, like whatever. But
Yeah. Mhm.
I just it sucks to see. Well, real quick, let me read this real quick.
Mhm.
This is a completely fan site. Why am I on here? But it sucks because, well, I can't say that. I don't want to spoil anything. Well, is that a spoiler? Yes, it is a spoiler. I don't want to say anything right now.
Okay. Yeah.
But she is one of the few people in Island for sure that are just like, why hasn't she won yet? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like you could have gave action to Lashana. Like, I didn't need a Beth
Yes.
win personally.
No,
Like,
me neither.
but what are you gonna do? I can't find it right now. For some reason, my computer's not. It's acting up.
Somebody in
But
the chat, how did Lashana leave?
thank you. But as we move on, um, so we're getting down to the last few people. All right, your favorite for all
Ooh,
of Island, and
my
one of
girl.
your favorite top tier characters, Gwendolyn. Gwen, how
My
do you
girl.
what is your opinion on Gwen here?
I don't know what happened. Like, uh, she. So, like, an island, yes, there was Trent that was slightly distracting, but like, it was fine. And then it got worse in action, and she like lost challenges basically. And now she's like, oh, well, now I'm just gonna go kiss a boy that's not my boyfriend and that's dating somebody else, and it's fine. Like, where did she go from like wanting to win to like letting boys distract her? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
and it's crazy because you see the development of this specifically in action, obviously, and then it's like, all right, well, Trent, you weren't wrong. Yeah, but I think she really does. And this is, if one day watch me and Gia's ranking, we ranked everybody,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
Gwen had such a strong start and
Yes.
such a fan favorite, and I'm gonna be honest, and I held this in so long, so I didn't ruin you or when Lance was there. Lance's perception of Gwen, don't like Gwen as a character. I really don't. I didn't like how she's friends with Courtney. You know,
Yeah.
Kiki and Courtney always like there to comfort Courtney, and then
Yeah.
you kissing the guy behind her back.
Yes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's literally is the boyfriend kisser, and
Yes.
um, it does follow her into another future season, obviously, but this dynamic is far from over. I will let you know that,
Yeah.
but it's just hard. Like Gwen started off as such a hero, but does such a villainous act here,
I know.
and it
I'm like
just it doesn't
so
look
I'm
good.
so sad about it because like I said, I really, really liked her the first season.
Yeah,
So that's a little frustrating for me. But
what are you gonna do?
they'll live.
This character is probably one of the most controversial. There's people who love her down, and then there's people who are just like, nah, I'm not with it. Like I F Gwen, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh no.
it's tough.
Oh,
Izzy, I completely forgot Izzy. They swapped Izzy and Heather. Do you have anything specific you want to say about Izzy?
Kaleidoscope rules.
Yeah.
I love her.
uh,
Yeah, like she is
uh,
so ridiculous. Like she'll never win, but like I love it. Like she's just there to be psycho, and it's great.
yeah, I don't know if Izzy will ever win a total drama season, but this is her last season from what I believe, but she is brought back for plenty of challenges in the future as like a
Yes.
bear in a
Yeah.
bear costume or something. Like she's a
Love
nut.
it. Love
So
her.
she'll be back. Cody is third place this season.
Hmm. Hmm. That
Did you like
was
him?
very, very interesting to me because like I didn't really care for him the first season. I didn't like dislike him or like him. I was just kind of like, I mean, he did okay, and like he seemed like an okay person, and like whatever. But like this season, like he went really far, and I wonder if it was anything to do with like Sierra or just like the whole dynamic. If that's like why they kept him on longer because of like their thing going on, or obviously he still has a crush on Gwen and she was on there for a while. So I don't know like what they were wanting to like with that, like what direction they were trying to go with him. But like
Mhm.
he still kind of gives me like mid. I don't really nah.
Cody is another character with a cult like following. You either love him or you hate him. But Cody, uh, I think his role this season was definitely. I mean, well, the part I don't like about him, he's just a simp for Gwen at this point, and
Yes,
he also
yes.
have Sierra following him. I don't like how you was talking crazy to my girl Sierra, but Cody is like the definition of being dragged to the end, right? Like
Yes,
none
completely.
none of the guys respect him.
Yeah.
All the girls don't respect him either. Like I remember he's on the all girl tribe with Heather, Gwen, and Courtney. Then there's Cody, and it's just like like you stand no chance over here, my guy.
There was
Um,
whenever they would like talk about like when it was like all the girls, including Sierra and him. Like
Sierra,
whenever
yeah,
Chris would be like, "All right, ladies," and he'd be like, "Hey, like me too," and he'd be like, "Okay, hey, okay, ladies," and Cody like, and that's
like you're
literally how you
literally
feel.
on a tribe with a bunch of dominant women. Like,
Yes,
like you're the weakest, my guy.
yes,
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Um, but look, he does get third, and uh, it happens. So yeah, he gets third. And then last, because I guess we can read back into two winners here. So we got there's obviously two endings, Alejandro, and then there's Heather. I we talked off stream, but for you, your winner is Heather.
Yeah,
So how do you, so Alejandro honestly flirts with women, very backstabby line to the guys, not a slack in challenges. Honestly, a huge villain, and it felt good to have someone that's not just Heather being the villain here.
yes,
Um,
yes.
how do you feel about him?
Yeah, honestly, like him being such a good villain, like it made me appreciate Heather more and like her more because he was just like more like just mostly down, like mostly bad. Like there wasn't really any like great like nice parts about Alejandro. Like he was straight up a villain. But I feel like with Heather, like there were a couple instances where like she kind of like tried a little bit harder to like try and get back in good graces with these people. And I mean, she wasn't like fully successful, but like she did like get some people like kind of back on her side, which I appreciated. And I think she just started to realize like if anybody's going to beat Alejandro, it's going to be her. And she knew that. And I like that too. How like she obviously had a crush on him, whatever, but like she still pushed it aside enough to like get to the finale and like try and beat him for the money.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool because, and we can start talking about Heather a little bit, but like Heather and Alejandro, I think they both have semi respect for each other, obviously,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
villains. And Heather is the only girl to kind of flip Al's mind. Al could have just left her in a hole under a rock,
True.
and he lifted it because Heather flipped his mind. And I
Yep.
think he has respect for, obviously, like showmance. Like, come on now, like
Yeah.
they have the whole kiss situation,
Right.
and Heather obviously outsmarts him. The true villain she is. Heather is the ultimate villain in total drama, and I'm just. First of all, you have to be evil to make this cast root for Heather.
Dude,
They all root for
that's what
Heather.
I'm freaking saying. It's weird.
Yeah,
Like, because like whenever I first started watching, not this season, but like total like drama in general, like I
yeah,
legit didn't like her because like
yeah.
I mean, that's just who I am as a person. I'm like I love the heroes, woohoo, like yay, good. But like I can fully respect a villain who it's more like game villain and not like
Mhm.
personality villain, if that makes sense. And I
Yeah,
feel like Heather is more of a game villain now in this season as compared to like her first season because she was just mean the first like seasons. But like
yeah,
Alejandro is like straight up her like season one, just like mean and like just like backstabbing, nasty, like doesn't care. But like I feel like she kind of turned around a little bit this season and was like, okay, like I have to like realize like if I'm gonna win this, I can't just be like an asshole the whole time.
Alejandro's like Dr. Will, and like Heather's like Parvati. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
totally,
saying? It's
totally.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Heather has been one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite, for especially old school total drama. Heather's my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and I just can't tell you. I walked this. I'm like, Heather's not going to win this season. I'm like, the closest Heather's
Yeah.
going to get is Island. Got bald. She's finally growing her hair back this season. I'm
Right.
like, you saw her in action. I'm like, there's no way Heather's going to win this season. And
Yeah.
when we got the Heather win, I don't think you understand how happy I was. Like, I love Heather. I love, because listen, we have back to back season like Owen slash Gwen, really Owen, and then
Yeah.
Beth slash Duncan. It's really Beth, but in my head canon, I'm always picking Duncan.
Same.
Duncan's a villain too, but he's a nice villain, like
He really is. Like he's nowhere near
yeah,
these two, honestly. Like
yeah.
I thinking back to like first watching this, like I knew in my mind like Heather was gonna win some season just based off like how much of a player she was and like really like wanting to win, but like I said, not just a total dick, especially this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised by her and Alejandra being in the finale. Like I figured they would go far. And the fact that them two were the finale, like it was just perfect. Like that was the perfect final two.
Okay. I respect it. Yeah, if so far my winners rankings, Heather's. I'm gonna be real with you. Out of all the winners,
Yeah.
Heather's always been number one. I think that's
Yeah.
like a community, like she's just the ultimate strategist.
Yeah, this is a
Um,
great like it was a great season for her. Like she played it very well. So like
for
I'm not
sure.
surprised and I'm very happy that she's the winner.
Awesome. So what we can do is do your ranking of the people this season.
Okay.
Do you want to do this off of favoritism or gameplay? What do you want
Ooh.
to do? I'll let you pick.
Ooh. I kind of want to let's do gameplay.
All right, so
Yeah, because we're already like a couple seasons in, so like I know like most of these people like
okay.
let's just go off this season. Like yeah,
So obviously, no words even need to be said. Obviously, Chris is here, but you always have to put Chef. Is Chef even here? Oh yeah, Chef Hatchet.
oh hell yeah, okay, yeah.
Shout out Chef Hatchet. I will
Mid
say
mid
this
tier
is.
chef, mid tier.
I will. Oh, you didn't care for Chef this season.
This is not his best season, but I still
Okay.
love him obviously way more than I do Chris.
Here's a spoiler warning for the new season, but it's nothing major at all.
Okay.
It's public knowledge.
Okay.
Chef is like it's nothing official, but he's definitely more of a co-host than the chef in the new one.
Yay!
So he wears like a shirt and some pants and a tie.
Let's
Like
go.
he's more important. But okay, so let's start off with Alejandro. Where you want to rank Alejandro?
Honestly, put him up in S tier. I love
Okay.
it. Like our first legitimate like villain who's strategizing at the same time.
All right. Blaney.
I mean, she was barely there. Um, let's put her in D.
Okay. Bridget.
Oh, Bridget. Oh, poor Bridget. D behind Blanley.
Okay.
Not good.
Cody.
See, like you said, Cody definitely got dragged there. Let's put him at C because at least he kind of knew that Sierra was like gonna help him, so he
Okay.
like at least kind of dealt with it for as long as he could.
How about Courtney?
Poor Courtney too. Oh God, let's put her at B just because I like her.
Okay. DJ.
Oh, DJ. Oh my God. I feel like this cast is like half like shit gameplay and half like great gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ. He didn't really do anything. He was just like hurting animals all the time. I'll put him in D above Blaney.
Blaney. Okay. Where's Blaney? Oh, there you go. All
Yeah.
right. Duncan.
Oh, well, he was there for like over half the season. So let's put him in also D. And let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go after DJ just because DJ was like literally there, like, and struggled.
Okay. All right. Let's talk Ezekiel.
F.
Oh.
He didn't do nothing. He was just like a gremlin in the plane.
No, I'm just pulling your leg. He did
play like
giving us a whole bunch of nothing. All right. I mean, look, Jeff officially is in the host category as well. Where
yeah.
Where you want to put Jeff?
Above Chris.
You really don't like Chris. Okay.
He's just like doing too much now. He's like killing these people. Like.
All right. Next is Gwen.
Oh. I'm gonna put her in C after Cody.
All right.
Yeah.
Harold.
He did not do good. Let's put him. I'll put him in D. Let's put him after Duncan.
All right. After Duncan.
Yeah.
Heather.
S above Alejandro.
All right. Behind.
No, above.
Oh, I was about to say that's crazy.
No,
All
girl, no.
right.
Absolutely not.
Because even in Alejandro's win alternate ending, it's because she threw the wrong thing in. Like
Yes,
she still
exactly.
played
So
him.
she
Like come
literally
on.
still did it first. Like, sorry, you
Yeah.
win.
Okay. Izzy.
You mean E-scope?
Yeah, E scope.
I'm gonna put E-scope. I mean, she's just crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put her in C after Gwen. There's too
See,
many people in
okay.
B category.
Um
Wait,
not the mercy ranking.
wait, hold up. That's Noah. You put Noah up there.
Oh, tripping. Sorry. Um Noah.
F.
Damn. I'm not gonna let you put him on there, Ezekiel.
The internet's gonna hate me.
All right, Lashana.
Okay, let's put her in B, but after Courtney.
Okay.
It's just more technicalities. It shouldn't have gone home.
General Lindsay.
General Lindsay. I'm gonna put her at C behind. Let's do behind Izzy.
All right.
She usually gets like
Uh
decently far.
Owen.
Owen. I feel like he's like gameplay wise, like I feel like he's like super consistent. Like he does kind of the same strategy all the time, but like he gets like a decent like place almost every time. Like, he gets like decently far.
Okay.
So we'll go with C, but let's do
All right.
after Gwen.
See after Gwen.
Yeah.
Oops. All
Yeah.
right. You got Sierra.
Okay, Sierra. Let's. Ooh.
Oops. So sorry. I'm doing a little too much, guys. Hold on. Where is okay, here you go. I was about to say what's going hold on, where's our thought I closed it. All right, go ahead.
I'll put Sierra also in B because she lasted so long, and I mean she used her crush on Cody like to get her pretty far. So I'll put her. Let's go between Courtney and Lashana.
All right.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have Tyler.
Put him in D.
Okay.
Put him above Bridget.
All right. We love like there's no gap. It's like these two and then everyone else.
Honestly, though, gameplay wise, kind of.
All right. Well, that is your ranking. Obviously, I was gonna force you to do this one, but we're not gonna do the songs.
No.
We're not gonna do the songs.
Well,
And okay,
how about you do the songs?
I'll do them real quick. I'll speed run through them
Okay.
because my memory is not the best with some of these, but I know which ones I still listen. "Come Fly with Us" is a great song. I love that song. "Loving Time," it's okay. "Rowing Time," don't really remember much of it, not gonna lie. "Before We Die" is pretty good. I like this one.
Huh?
"Stuck to the Pole," hot take. I don't care about this one.
Yeah.
"What's Not to Love" is sorry. I listen. If I can't remember much of you, you're not going to get that high. Like
That's
this
fair.
was that one of the after shows. In fact, hold on. Watch this. Not Most Awful Song. "Don't Remember." I don't remember you. You can also go there. uh, I'm sorry. This I know I remember, but it's no, I do remember. It's weak. Let's see. I don't even know what this is.
Dude, there's so
The
many songs. It's ridiculous.
the gypsy rap with Gwen's rapping, it was okay. It can be top of okay. Um Paris in the Springtime. Ooh, my friends. Listen, this is fire. Okay. So nah, it's great. I love that song. Ooh, my friends. Sea Shanty, don't remember. "Oh My Izzy," I remember the song. It's whatever. It's better than this one. Don't remember that. I'm gonna be really. I don't remember any after show songs, so I don't remember that. Don't remember that. Strip Them Down was okay.
Also, an interesting choice for a song name.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Don't remember the Greek mix. Boyfriend Kisser. That's top tier. Okay. No, that's gonna be good. Top of good. Uh there's a lot of people who love Boyfriend Kisser. I'm not one of them. Share the Sheep, I don't remember. We build Gwen Space. We're gonna get first place. Fire. um, don't remember. No, I remember. This is pretty bad. That's one of the bottom. Blame Blaney. Top tier. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. A Chinese lesson is also one of my bias picks. People are going to be like, why is that at the top? I don't care. I love Mementi. I don't remember Wake Up. Don't remember Condor. How We Will End It is also top tier. Al killed it. Don't remember that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the last of it. Versus was actually okay though. Versus was pretty good. But these are the only ones that matter. These two tiers. And you know what? Because I care about this one too. You know what? Good songs and up matter.
Okay.
Everything else doesn't matter.
Well, maybe I will have to go through them again and like
Just listen to these. You don't need go back to this podcast and just zoom in.
Okay.
Just listen to these. Everything else sucks.
I will.
But I'm telling you, Blainerific. I'm just telling you, that's a song. Okay, if I wasn't gonna get hit with copyright, I would play him right now. The train song is good too. It is good too. I'm tripping.
I'll go back.
All right. So, lastly, Sabrina.
Yeah.
What we have to do is, I want to get your opinion. So, real quick, what's final opinions on Total Drama World Tour? Like, where are you ranking it on your list of the 3 seasons you've seen, and are you going to give? What are you giving it between a 1 out of 10?
This season was super fun. Like I said, I really did like it. Obviously, despite me being like, musicals, but like the overall plot, like was fun. The characters were good. Like I really enjoyed it. So I would say, yeah, definitely. It's kind of hard for me to pick between the first season and this one as like my top. I can narrow down the more seasons I watch and kind of like really think about it. But action is definitely at the bottom for me now at this point.
Okay.
So 1 to 10 scale though, I would say like a solid like 8.5. Like I really liked it. It was good.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it better than Island for you?
And that's what I'm not sure yet. Like I was trying to think about that earlier and like I really don't know because like the first one it's hard to top the first one of like these types of shows because like it's like you're first getting into it, like you first get to know these people and like you get the essence of these characters. And so now it's a little more fleshed out, which is more fun, but I like the winners of both seasons. It's hard. It's really hard. I don't know yet. Ask me again next time.
Sorry, my connection was acting a little crazy.
You're good.
I heard you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's interesting because usually there's 2 cult followings. It's Island, and then there's World Tour, and you know people like both of them. I personally, I feel like only because of the end result and the songs. I love World Tour, but I always will watch Island. Like Island has so much rewatchability, so I will always watch Island. But I can see why people will rank this higher. So yeah. So all right, I want to give you because you're going to watch the newest season. I'm not going to give you a sneak peek for that one because you're going to watch it. I'll give you a sneak peek for the newest, the next season, Total Drama: Revenge of the Island. Okay. So this is a little blurry of a picture. I apologize in advance, but this is what the cast you're going to walk into. You're not going to see. We're retiring the Island cast finally for a little bit because this is not the challenge.
Stop it.
This is not the challenge. So this is the cast you're going to walk into. Okay. So just to give you, I'm not going to give you a huge explanation, but we have Abby Maria, the Jersey Shore girl.
Okay.
We have Mike, multiple personalities.
Oh
He has
Lord.
multiple personality disorder.
Stop.
Zoe, she is a very nice girl. We have Dakota, the Paris Hilton wannabe.
Okay.
We have Lightning, the football jock. We
Okay.
have Dawn. She is a hippie to the max. We have B, silent but very smart. Like literally, he doesn't talk. Sam, the video game nerd. If you see his hand.
Yes.
Stacy, the girl that her uncles have invented everything in the world according to her.
Mm.
Liar, basically.
Yeah.
We have Cameron, nerd but smart nerd, super fan. Black King
Okay.
Terry.
Okay.
We have Brick. He is a military guy. We have Scott, country farm boy, and then we have Joe, the gym girl, like workout girl. So based off of just those quick descriptions, actually, you know what? Before we even get that, and I'll give you a bone. I will show you the first few minutes of the first episode, and then I'm gonna ask you, give me like 3 people who you think could potentially do well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'll get because we did this last time. I'm
Yes.
probably gonna get hit with one copyright warning, but I'm not a strike, so it's okay. But all right. We're only gonna watch a few
We've been to the
minutes.
movies. We've been around the world. And this season, we're going right back where it all began, at Camp Wawanakwa. I'm Chris McLean, and
Look at
as
the
you
floor.
can see, things have changed since we've been away. And by changed, I meant gotten really, really dangerous. Good stuff. But the rules of the game remain the same. A handful of unsuspecting teens will bunk with complete strangers, air their dirty laundry in our outhouse confessional, and compete in life-threatening challenges all over the island, and risk being voted off. Last one standing wins $1 million. Speaking of our cast, here they come now. No, not them. This season, we've got all new players fighting for the million. And here they come now, for real. Meet Joe.
Stay out of my way if you value your kiwis.
Scott.
Right back at you.
Zoe. And Mike.
Can you believe we're here?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Lightning.
Hello, gorgeous.
Mwah. Brick.
Rick MacArthur, reporting for duty.
B. And Dawn.
Your aura is exceptionally purplish green. Oh, it suits you, though.
Dakota.
Hey there! Dakota here, and I'm here.
And Maria.
Oh, yes. 3 more coats ought to do it. Oh, whoa! Who said you could pan away? Don't push me, Blondie.
Stacy.
My great aunt Millie invented suntans. Yeah, before her, people smeared themselves with clay.
Kevin.
Fresh air. A real lake. Birds.
Whoa! And Sam.
Oh, yeah. Grenade launcher upgrade. Now we're cooking.
Yep, it's our roughest, toughest, most explosive season ever. Right here on Total Drama Revenge.
They also
of
rented the island out to a nuclear company when they were gone, so it's disgusting.
Oh my god. It just gets worse. Literally.
I'm gonna just show you the
everything.
intro, then I'm gonna end it.
Oh my god.
So all the animals are mutated right now.
Pack your bags, cause I've already won. Everything to prove, nothing in my way. I'll get there one day. Cause I wanna be famous. Na, 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 na. I wanna be
God, a radioactive marshmallows. I can't.
So that's your preview to the season.
Love it.
Uh, so with seeing with seeing that quickly, and I agree, this is a villain heavy season, so there's not like one Heather, there's a bunch of them. So with seeing that, give me your top 3 people who you assume will do well this season.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's gonna be Zoe with the red hair.
Okay.
Cameron, the black ear and Terry.
You go with remembering the names. Okay.
And then the only one I don't remember name wise is I think the video game guy might be Sam.
Seth Rogen copy. You know how they made a Napoleon Dynamite with Harold? This is Seth Rogen.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yes.
So
I think he might be like a silent like assassin. We'll see.
All right. So your votes are for Zoe, Cameron, and Sam. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So whenever we do that, we will circle back and see if you're correct.
Yee.
But all right, that's our review. Oops. Why do I only see you? Hold on, child. But that's our review for Total Drama World Tour. This is a very fun time. Obviously, if you haven't already, please check out the Silent Pockets account. Make sure you follow all of our socials, and as well as check out all of our audio platforms. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave a comment, leave a like, or leave a review on our audio platforms. Every little bit helps. Only if it's 5 stars, though. If it's not 5, just don't rank it. Wait till you hear something that you like. But it looks like the Survivor New York Bannerman Island podcast is going on right now. So make sure after this, if you like Survivor New York, make sure you go right over there and check it out. But Sabrina, thank you so much as usual for being my partner. We are going to review the new Total Drama season. Either what day did we agree on, Sabrina?
Friday.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Total Drama Island 2023 this Friday. So make sure you check it out. But Sabrina, until then, where can people find you?
You can find me at Sabrizi2492 on Instagram and Twitter. And really, this is what I'm doing now. Are You the One podcast is over. So just doing Total Drama now for a little while. And I'm excited to review the upcoming season and to actually be like on the same page as Isaiah for once with us watching at the same time. So I'm really excited.
All right. And like usual, you can find me at 8 Ball Bangers on all social media platforms. You can find me on Rob Has a Podcast later this week, actually, talking Big Brother Canada, like usual. Love BB Can. BB Can's always a fun time. But you can also find me here talking about Big Brother Canada with the Bounce Checks crew, talking about all that fun stuff. So make sure you check that out. Also, you can, if you're enjoying Total Drama stuff, me and Gia Worthy actually just did a podcast ranking every single Total Drama character ever. It was like 3 hours, so much fun. If you're watching Love is Blind, you can watch me and Javier talk about Love is Blind. The season has been cracked, so make sure you check that out. But I'm also on RHAP this week. I just recorded a podcast yesterday with Asia, Mary, and Jason talking about the latest drop, so make sure you're out for that. And look, I missed talking about anime, and I did a podcast literally like an hour ago talking anime in the Big 3 podcast, talking about One Piece with Sarah Beth from Big Brother and my friend Ryan, YouTuber Plat D Ryan. So if you like anime, make sure you check that out. That was a fun time. But all right, until next time, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.